got two more.
Across vast regions of United States, Canada, and the deep forests of Russia, the gray wolf is steadily making a comeback after decades of decline. This recovery carries important ecological value, but it also brings an unavoidable reality. Conflicts between humans and these predators are on the rise. Livestock are being attacked, reindeer herds are disrupted, and rural areas are increasingly reporting the presence of these silent hunters. Gray wolves are masters of stealth. They move in small, highly organized groups, usually active at night and rarely revealing their position. Each pack has a clear hierarchy, with the alpha pair leading all hunting strategies and movement decisions. They memorize terrain, follow established safe routes, and can even detect the slightest changes in their environment, including human traces. For that reason, conventional control methods like deterrence or fencing rarely work in the long term. Wolves don't walk into traps randomly. They observe, test, and if they sense danger, the entire pack adjusts immediately, changing routes, shifting activity times, or avoiding the area altogether for weeks.
Stop.
In that context, a highly precise control method has been introduced: foothold traps. Unlike cage traps that create enclosed spaces, foothold traps operate on a completely different principle, focusing on selectively controlling individual animals based on a deep understanding of wolf behavior. The process doesn't start with setting the trap, but with scouting. Experienced handlers look for tracks in soft soil, claw marks on tree trunks, and territorial markers, places where wolves leave scent signals to communicate. These routes are not random. They repeat in cycles, like an invisible map only the pack understands. Once a location is confirmed, the foothold trap is set with extreme care. The entire device is buried beneath a thin layer of soil, then covered with leaves, grass, or snow, perfectly recreating the natural surface. There are no signs of digging, no metallic scent, and no obvious human interference. Every detail serves one goal: to make the area look untouched. Contrary to common belief, modern foothold traps are not designed to cause severe injury, but to securely restrain the animal in a controlled way.
Then we're going to use pure
The clamping force is calibrated to limit movement without breaking bones. This is especially important in research or wildlife management programs, where post-capture monitoring and handling are critical. Another key factor is scent. Wolves have an incredibly sensitive sense of smell. Even the faintest human trace, skin scent, metal odor, or a footprint can make them alert and alter their behavior completely. That's why trappers use gloves, treat equipment with natural materials like soil or water, and minimize any presence in the area once the setup is complete. As wolves move along their familiar paths, it only takes a single precise step for the mechanism to activate instantly. There's no loud noise, no sudden disturbance to alarm the pack. This is crucial, because if one wolf detects danger and escapes, the entire pack can learn from it and avoid traps in the future. The biggest difference in this method lies in patience. There's no rush, no pressure to act immediately. Everything unfolds slowly, deliberately, based on long-term observation and a deep understanding of the species. Sometimes it takes days, even weeks, just to pinpoint the right location for placement. The entire process demands a high level of control and the strict minimization of human traces. The environment is kept as undisturbed as possible, with no sudden disruptions. It's this stillness that allows the wolves to maintain their natural rhythm, while in reality, every movement has already been accounted for within a carefully designed system. And when the moment comes, a single precise action is enough to complete a process that may have taken weeks to prepare. In Canada, particularly in Alberta and British Columbia, wolves have become a constant threat to livestock. Each year, more than 3,500 cattle and sheep are attacked by wolves, causing economic losses estimated at around $13 million. The most severe situations occur in certain areas where large wolf packs live close to farms. These locations are known as red zones, where attacks happen 3 times more frequently than in other areas. These losses not only reduce income but also disrupt livestock breeding cycles, leaving farmers facing long-term instability due to significant financial damage. Therefore, provincial authorities in Alberta and British Columbia have implemented strict control measures to reduce wolf populations. However, contrary to what many people think, controlling wolves does not rely solely on firearms. In many areas, a quiet but highly effective method is being used: trapping. One of the most common types of traps is the controlled foothold trap, designed to hold the animal in place without causing severe injury. These traps are usually buried shallowly in the ground and lightly covered with dry leaves or snow to blend into the environment. Human scent is minimized as much as possible. Trappers even wear gloves and treat the traps with natural soil to avoid detection. Traps are set along narrow paths where wolves frequently travel. When an animal steps into the loop, the tightening mechanism restrains it without causing panic across the pack. This is a critical factor, because if one wolf escapes, the entire pack will learn to avoid that area for weeks afterward.
Beaver caster.
Rancher's gonna be plenty happy about that.
The biggest difference between trapping and hunting lies in time. Traps operate 24 hours a day, even when humans are not present. This is especially important since wolves are most active at night. While ambush hunting requires precise timing, traps allow for continuous, silent, and persistent control.
Doing some
However, setting traps is far from simple. Every location must be carefully calculated to avoid capturing non-target species. In Canada, regulations require traps to be checked regularly, ensuring that animals are not held for too long and are handled according to proper procedures. The so-called red zones, where wolf attacks on livestock occur frequently, are exactly where traps are deployed at higher density, but still under strict control.
That's a big boy.
In addition to trapping, some areas in Alberta and British Columbia also apply wolf relocation strategies, but under strict control. Captured wolves are not always eliminated. In some cases, they are sedated, fitted with GPS tracking devices, and relocated to more remote areas with less human conflict. This relocation not only reduces pressure on farms in red zones, but also helps maintain stability within the natural wolf population. However, this is not a simple solution. Wolves may return to their original territory if the relocation distance is not sufficient, or if food sources in the new area are inadequate. Therefore, each relocation decision must be based on tracking data, individual behavior patterns, and the ecological conditions of the release area. However, trapping is not the only solution. It is part of a broader control system. After each capture, the area is often cleared of traces and scents to prevent it from becoming a new hotspot. Everything is aimed at one goal: control, not eradication. Because ultimately, wolves still play a vital role in the ecosystem. The use of traps is not intended to completely remove them from the environment, but to maintain a necessary distance between wildlife and human life. And in this silent confrontation, victory does not belong to the side that hunts better, but to the one that understands the rules of nature more deeply. If you find these control strategies thought-provoking, don't forget to leave your opinion and follow the channel to explore more dramatic real-world stories from the wild.